Of how many more days that
Ho-
Mercury is in
Yeah,
retrograde?
how many more days of Mercury retrograde?
What's crazy is that before you finished your sentence, I knew you were about to say how
How
many
many
more
more
days.
days of Mercury
I
retrograde?
think without checking the Googs, I'm pretty sure it's November 29th.
No.
Actually, we should do a clap, and it's going to be your turn because you've improvised. Our claps have been weak sauce lately. So I'm going to need you to really give it to us. I'll hold on to my ears when you do it.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, I'm editing in a clap.
All
Okay.
right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, that was really low. 1, 2, 3. Hi, I'm Maggie.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're sisters in law.
We started with Suits and then began scheming.
If you love TV, check out what's streaming.
It's only show fans. Only show fans. It's only show fans. Only show fans.
Well, I don't understand why I'm loud. How is a gasp loud?
I do. I do. It's the volume of your voice is loud, just
But-
generally. It's
But,
nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful.
I'm trying to talk quiet. Can you tell that I'm trying to like hold my voice back? Can you
I
tell?
want you to hold it back.
No, but can you tell? Is it still loud? I'm like whispering to
now
you.
you're telling me that you're holding it back.
But-
It's just so wild to have somebody in my life whose voice is louder than mine.
I don't know why I have a loud voice either. I didn't do theater. I don't have like a reason to bellow. My voice
Maggie,
is just
were you
loud.
not heard as a child?
No, I was always heard because I'm the youngest. So I was like constantly being heard and validated. You know, like I
Look,
don't know.
I can tell you. Now I can tell you're like sucking your voice in.
I'm really trying to suck my voice in.
I know you're sucking that voice in big time.
And it's still loud. It's like I'm talking backwards. I'm talking
I
into
know
my
you're talking
body.
about it's basically negative talking right now.
Yeah, instead of projecting, I'm injecting my voice into myself. I'm like,
Well, nobody's here for a voice injection.
injections are.
If it helps, I've turned off the
huge.
air and the fan in here, and in Texas, it's still 97 degrees in
No, it is
November.
not.
No, but it is hot. Like I was sitting on a patio for dinner last night, and we were both sweating. Like there was. I was about to say sweat dropped down my balls, but that's not
But you
true.
don't have balls. That would be a lie.
I don't. Of cojones.
No, you don't. You don't have cojones either.
That was just more of like a,
Metaphor.
look at a metaphor. Anyways, we were actually sweating on a patio on a Wednesday night. So I have turned off, just for sound reasons, the fan that's right above me, which would feel real sweet right now.
Mhm.
And the air conditioner, I think I turned it off because I've been running the freaking AC. What are you running, the heater up there in Erie?
Yeah, we're running the heater, and there's so many thermostats that we didn't really know what went to what. And so I was running the wrong heater, and upstairs was so hot. And I was like, something is horribly wrong. But then I had heating people come out, and they were like, oh, yeah, no, you're running like the radiator baseboard heat, which is just backup heat. And that just goes and goes. And so I had to turn that thermostat off and then just run the regular furnace thermostat. And I was like, this is too many. I was like, we don't know what we're doing. I was like, we don't know what
You
we're
know
doing.
what? Look, I'm not here to give advice, but sometimes I do. You know what would be easier is if you guys just moved back, because you know how to use a thermostat in Texas.
Yeah,
And
but
it feels like it's going to get more complicated up there. And you
it
could
won't
get
now.
back here before it gets too bad. And
But-
then you can't shovel your way out.
But the idea of being on a patio and sweating down to my cojones right now is really not appealing. Like I
It was
really
a choice.
appreciate
We were
I
both-
appreciate
we
my
were both
cojones
wearing-
being iced up, Like I like my cojones sucked into myself because
Shriveled?
it's chilly. Yeah,
The
a
way
little
you suck in your
shriv-
voice, you want to suck in your cojones?
Yeah, I'm sucking in my cojones. I'm sucking in my voice. That's what I'm doing these
Look,
days.
It was an outfit choice. We were both trying to dress for fall.
But it's not.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you can't do that in Texas. Sometimes you
can't.
get to wear a little sundress.
But an orange one. Or like a
And-
deep deep
like
red,
a rust. I
a
had like a nice,
maroon.
I had like a nice rust color. Honestly, it's like a UT color. Gross. You can do that all you want, but I can do this because it's a really great time to be an Aggie right now.
I
Gig 'em
I don't
and
know.
woo. Speaking of Aggie and Aggies, we watched The Beast in Me. You texted me to check on me during this show because you do know, and if you're just now joining us or have not heard, that when I watch a scary show, maybe a thriller, like a psychological thriller like this, or just something scary, I am also a little bit of a scaredy cat. My cojones go way back up in my bod, and I have to watch a show with my hands covered over my eyes. And this show had at least one hand basket up half the time. I also tried to do tasks in the background as if this was like a background show, so I wouldn't have to put up a hand basket, and realized I can't do that. I'm going to have to just be here on the couch and watch it with a hand basket. We watched a lot of this during the day, okay? Because Whiskey was not a fan of this show. So we had to watch it in the day. And then I finished it up last night, and it was
Thing about watching a thriller and trying to do side tasks is I feel like I get more nervous because my back's available for someone to jump up behind me, you know?
that
So
was
I,
the- that
I
was the
have to
other thing.
watch it.
That's the
I
other
have
thing
to
that
watch
crossed
it
my
sitting
mind.
down.
Yeah, no, I was completely thinking that would happen.
And then I can't wash my face because I'm worried that when I'm down washing my face, when I pick my face up, there's going to be someone in the mirror,
There could totally be somebody in the mirror.
you know? So like I have to
It's
just watch it sitting down.
yeah. Did you watch it in the day?
I watched it in the day and at night. And I also, the reason why I was also checking was because the last time we had a handbasket show, Wayward, I know you
Mhm.
didn't finish it. So I was concerned that you would start watching this. You'd be like, this is too handbaskety, too creepy, and you wouldn't be able to complete it. But you were.
I mean, I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't finish any show that I started that had Claire Danes in it, because she is one of my favorites.
She did a great job in this. And she played Aggie.
Yeah,
So it's Claire Danes is
she-
Aggie. It's like two things you love. Aggies, Claire Danes. Three things. TV.
I love Matthew Rhys. Matthew Rhys is great too. I mean, like, he was. Oh my gosh,
Creepy.
Okay, do you want to do a brief?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to
Why don't you do a
improvise
little
it.
brief? Okay.
Oh, stretch. The beast in me will live in me for the rest of my life. The thought of a neighbor being so diabolically sinister, but then also myself being diabolical in a way that gets me thinking, oh no, am I a bad person? Am I a horrible beast too? Am I just overreacting to everything? No, you got to trust your gut. And if there's one thing this show taught me, it's trust your gut. Your neighbor is a sociopath, psychopath, murderer, and you should just believe in yourself a little more.
That's so great. I think Aggie would be proud because she usually writes everything.
Yeah, she
And
writes. Yeah, she's a writer, but you have before you write something, you have to think it. And so that was my
That's true.
first draft
That was your
thought.
that's your process. That's your process.
Yeah. Because that's really is what sticks with me about this show is like, sure, it was creepy, but also the up and down of it. Like there were so many moments where I thought, oh no, Aggie's wrong. Or, oh no, this FBI agent is a bad guy. And then maybe Niles Jarvis isn't so bad, but then he'd do something else like he's just really creepy. But then turns out, no, your very first initial thought when the show opens is the correct thought. Niles Jarvis is a bad guy. He is a murderer. He kills many, many people, including his ex-wife Madison. And then he also kills just like innocent bystander people because he's a nut job. Would you agree? Did you have that up and down too?
No. What's interesting is I didn't have that up and down. I actually, every time they led me down a path, I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I even predicted a couple of things. I was doing this one by myself. And if I'm watching it with somebody, I like to text myself right there. So there's a timestamp to show this is what I believe is about to happen. But like this stuff, it all made sense. There's one thing that got me where I was like, "Ooh, I didn't see that coming." I guess the question here, because
Wait,
you
what?
said it and you didn't catch it. Wait, do you want me to tell you now?
Okay, no. Go back. You continue on your
It's
train of thought.
further down.
Okay.
Here's my train of thought. You think about Niall Jarvis and you wonder, they talk a lot about his past and why he's so angry. And, we'd also he's like, people snap. He has like that little bit of a monologue where he's like, this is how a lot of people are like this. They like to jump. They like to hunt. They like to fuck. They like to kill. Like this is in everybody. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I think some of those things might be in us, but not the hunting and the killing, right?
No. I'm not.
This
I'm
feels
actually not an animal. I'm actually not. I think I have a little more
yeah.
self-control, and most people do. They're not just
Yeah, and
out
he
there.
makes out there in the wild just going freaking crazy. I wonder if the basis of his anger stems from the fact that his name is Niall and not Niles.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that is such a weird thing. And you said Niles first and then you said Niall because I was talking to my friend about this last night. I was like, Niles. I was like, I mean Niall because the name is Niall Jarvis. What kind of parent leaves off the S?
It's like the Nile
Right?
River, I think, which
It
is a
is.
wild, untamable river. And it's like, well,
And
look
maybe
what
that's
look
why.
here. Yeah.
But do you think maybe he feels like, hey, I kind of got second fiddle in all this shit, and you didn't even put the S on there? Because Niall Jarvis is so much harder for me to say than Niles Jarvis. Am I the
Yeah.
only one?
No. It is. It's a horrible, and especially because Jarvis ends with a S. So you want it to be like a double S ending. Niles
Yeah,
Jarvis.
I don't know.
We can call, for the
I
sake
think I
of
would.
this, we can call him Niles, I think, because he doesn't
We
really
could. I
deserve
just
us
think I
to
would. Well,
say his name.
no, I actually don't know if I want to because I think I would respect him more and could understand him a little bit more if his name was Niles. And the fact that his name is Niall, I'm just like, oh, woof.
But you've
You
never
know?
walked a Nile in his shoes. You don't know what
Fuck
it's
you.
like.
That was so good. That was so good. Man, if you are not watching the clips of this, that is the time. What are we at? 12 minutes in? Go ahead and fast forward to the 12-minute live version to see Maggie's reaction. That was so good.
Thank you.
I think that if
came
you
to
had written,
me.
I know, if you would have written the brief, that would have been in there. I think we know that.
I don't know though. That was a first drafter. And now I got to write it down.
Now you gotta write it down. Okay, do you want to talk a little bit about the plot of this, and then I want to talk really just about. I have some depots for you.
Okay, great. Yes. So Aggie Wiggs is this writer. She is now divorced. Her wife is an artist. They divorced after their son died in a car crash. And the car crash, Aggie maintains, was the fault of this young man, Teddy Fenig, who she says was drunk driving, right?
Yes.
And so she runs into this guy all over Long Island because it's a small town. And she's driven mad by him. She's thrown a brick in the place of work, all of this. Then she's living in this big old house with nasty water by herself because her wife has moved out after their son died. And in moves Niall Jarvis, who is from the city. He's a developer, son of a really wealthy family. And he's kind of moved to Long Island with his new wife, Nina, because there's a lot of suspicion that he killed his first wife, Madison Jarvis, who was Nina's friend. But also
friend. Actually, Nina just worked for her, and then I think they became friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My understanding, unless I'm wrong here, they weren't friends, and then she started to work for her. She worked for her, and then they just became friends because they were close, and she was her assistant-ish,
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But they move in, and Niall immediately gives Aggie a bad feeling. Aggie's a writer. She's really stuck. She's trying to write this book about RBG, sorry. She's trying to write this book about Ruth Bader Ginsburg and her unique friendship with Justice Alito. Is that right?
Yeah.
But it's boring as heck. And then Niall is like, why don't you write about me? And Aggie's like, yeah, actually I will. Because she's like, I will write about you and I'll try and give you a fair shake and you can tell your story. Turns out Niall doesn't need a fair shake because he is a murderer. And his dad and his uncle have been covering up his dirty deeds since he killed his wife, Madison. Really, really bad guy. He kills an FBI agent who's investigating him. He kills Teddy Fenig, the guy who hit Aggie's car when he was driving.
Mhm.
Like, he's just on this rampage. It's awful. And then eventually he tries to frame Aggie, but Aggie does a big twisty-rooski and frames him, but like rightfully frames him because he is the murderer. Is that a fair summary?
Yeah. I think that's a fair summary. I would say you were talking about there was a lot of stuff that like surprised you about him, about this show. I'm curious what those surprises are.
I don't know necessarily surprise, but I think around episode 3 or 4, it's like Aggie is working with this FBI agent, and the FBI agent is not supposed to be digging into Niall Jarvis. Like, he's not supposed to be digging into him. And it seems almost in this episode like he has this obsession with Niall that's not unlike the obsession Aggie has with Niall. And during this episode, Niall seems like relatively normal, like clearly a guy who has like a bad past. But there's this moment where I was like, oh my God, is the FBI agent maybe not on the right side of this? And like, is Aggie
that's interesting.
maybe, is Aggie and are Aggie and this FBI agent maybe like really honing in on this, but it's not like the truth is stranger than fiction, or you know what I mean? And like, because
Yeah.
it is during this scene too, we see that Aggie was kind of like on a rampage against Teddy, who did not deserve that. And he was like the source of all of her angst, even though she had a part in this car accident as well. So just kind of like
Yeah.
during that, like midway through the series, I was like, ooh, is this how it's going to go? Like, actually, these two are wrong. But then quickly, like the next episode, I was like, oh, no. Niall is a bad guy.
Yeah. I was sensing bad guy vibes from him. What was interesting about this is I felt like the first 3 episodes were kind of a slow burn. A lot of it of character development, and it was a little slower than some like psychological thrillers. Like they weren't just like jumping right into and we saw the car wreck part, I mean, at the beginning, but that wasn't like an unsolved I mean, it was a car wreck.
Right.
And so I thought it took a little bit, and I was like, this is taking a little bit, but it's enough to keep me going because I really like the 2 main like the actors, and they're really great. And it took a bit, and then all of a sudden I was like, I have to find 40 minutes to like watch because I needed to know.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that too. I think if the actors had been different and not as good at bringing these characters to life, I think that the first 3 episodes would have been harder to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't have finished it.
The cinematography too is incredible. Like these cameras where it's like spiraling over Aggie as she's typing is just incredible. Beautiful.
Unbelievable. Can we take a moment and talk about Aggie's home?
I was just going to ask you about her house. How gorgeous is that house?
Obsessed. Literally said it last night at dinner. I want a house like that. Like that is, I think I'm realizing that, well, I loved that house. I also love a house where the architecture of the home matches the design of the home.
Mhm.
It really drives me crazy to go into a Tudor or like a Spanish revival home, and then they've turned it into like a Cape Cod interior, right? Like a cot. And I'm like, no, that doesn't match. Like, I love it when the outside matches the inside, right?
Mhm.
As in with like people, like I would, like
like you're not trying to
Actually, I
get
don't
into
really.
a friendship with a tutor and then find out they're mid-century. You're like, whoa.
Absolutely not. Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't need a bait and switch like that.
No.
So I loved that home because I felt like the inside matched what the outside looked like, but also that they just leaned into it. Obviously it needed some work, but I loved it. I loved that library. It made me want to like repaint walls a different color. Like I just
The
thought it was
wallpaper
beautiful.
too.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
It was really, I wish we could have really seen Aggie like have the oomph and maybe the Adderall to get that house done, like
Yeah. The
it needed
kitchen
work, but it was great.
The kitchen I don't think was done And the bathrooms, obviously, like all the plumbing issues. One
Yeah,
thing
but I
that I
just
will
loved
say
it.
too, I loved it. There was a moment where in the very beginning, maybe the first episode, she's texting or on the phone with someone, and then she's clearly sitting on the toilet, and then she hangs up, and then she pees. And I was like, that would be really hard to do.
Script supervisor didn't catch that.
Like I mean, I guess like I just don't know anyone who could do that. Sit on a toilet like you're gonna pee, but not pee.
I've thought I've had to do that. I've become pretty liberal about peeing on the phone lately. Not on a business call, but I talk to like the same 3 people on the phone all of the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, we're having a convo, and I walk in and I say, I'm going to mute me, not mute you, because not that I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want you to have to hear. And then sometimes I forget to go, oops, sorry, I'm peeing.
Yeah, I think it would be weirder to be on the phone with someone and them not be going to the bathroom at some point. If the conversation is longer than 30 minutes, I feel like, yeah, like that's what
Oh
we're
my
doing
God, I have
now.
to pee all the time. I have to pee all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just
The
going to go
phone's like
pee.
a
I'm gonna try.
Pavlovian thing, you know? Like it's like, oh, I'm on the
Yeah.
phone, I'm walking around, I'm talking to someone. I'm going to probably open my mail. I'm going to probably open the fridge. I'm going to probably go sit on the toilet and pee. Like
Yeah.
it's just what's going
It's
to
here
happen.
are the things. Here are the things that need to happen after work.
Yeah. Right.
You got to get it done. I don't know. Anyways, loved her house. Sorry, that was a sidebar. It wasn't a
Also
depot. It's just a sidebar.
It was so
It's
great.
also pink. It was so great.
Niall's house, I love that he has this garage apartment, like above his garage that his uncle lives in. Not finished though. Like nothing in the house is quite done. They just moved in,
But
but
the uncle says the thing though that I thought was interesting. He was like, I have something that my brother and Niall will never have, which is enough. Because like for them, like it's
Yes.
just like, which, here's my depot for you.
Well, let's talk about
What's
that. Can we
enough?
talk a little bit about the uncle first? Like why he said that?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of
Yeah.
stuck in this family. Niall's father's Martin,
See?
and they both just chasing,
Played by Jonathan Banks.
which
Okay.
fantastic.
Do you know what he is the most famous for?
Breaking
He's done
Bad.
a million things. Yes.
Yeah.
The minute he popped onto that screen, I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think Breaking Bad is one of the top 5 shows ever made.
For sure.
And for sure. And to see him on there, I was like, oh my gosh, bless. Because I already love Claire Danes
Yeah.
and Matthew Rhys. I love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
He did great.
And he's British.
No.
Yeah, he's British.
What?
Go listen to him.
Oh, no way. That's like
He's
Margot
British.
Robbie being Australian. And I'm like, what? No.
Yeah.
I don't
He's British.
believe
And
it.
also, like, he's been in the Americans, where he has he
That's
British.
ironic.
Or he's Welsh, actually. He's
Oh.
Welsh.
Well, shh.
Go listen. I just watched an interview with him about this role he took. And it's just so interesting to hear him talk.
Wait, another quick aside. We're going to get to this
Yeah.
depot eventually. Okay, so you said Breaking Bad top show on television. Pluribus is written by the same creator of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul,
Oh.
and it's on Apple. Very different vibe. I started it, and I was like, Kyle was like, I don't like it. This is creepy. But I think it gets less creepy after the pilot.
I mean, I feel like we need a palate cleanser,
Yeah, me too. Anyways,
Yeah.
I digress. Okay.
Okay.
So Rick is the uncle, and he's a felon, so he can't really like be the face of the company. He just kind of tags along, and he's the fixer for the Jarvis family. So he's the one
Yes.
who cleans things up. He's the one who like solves the problems, gets the cash, does the dirty work, gets an FBI agent on their side, all of this.
Yes.
And he lives in the garage apartment above Niall Jarvis's huge garage, and he takes care of the dogs, and he seems like genuinely just happy to do that. And he's not trying to make more, be more, get more, kill more. He's not a beast, even though he's a felon.
Yeah. He has an interesting role in all of this because he is very complicit. And at the end, I mean, he takes his brother's life.
So that his brother doesn't have to see his legacy get destroyed, because he then turns on Niall and gives the police everything they need to know to put him away forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess your depot, turning it back to you, he says like, I'll have something my brother and nephew never will have. Enough. What's enough to you?
Never enough creme brulee
Yeah.
because you don't see it a lot. So there's really never enough of it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it should be
That's
everywhere.
something I'll probably always want more of. And it's
Yeah.
not on all the menus.
Mhm.
And it feels weird to make it all the time. So creme brulee is something that will, it
Yeah.
will always be the thing that there's just not enough of, honestly, Maggie.
How do you
You
even
know?
make it? Is it just like pudding and then you brulee it?
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Did we
know.
not talk about this?
Is it put a
I did
creme
it.
and then you brulee it?
No, it's not. No, it's you have to temper the eggs.
Oh,
It's a whole thing, and then you've got to bake it in a shallow pan with like hot water up around the pan with the little ramekins.
no.
And the bruleeing is after it's chilled and not chilled, but at least come down to room temperature. You can also, a lot of people will prep this in a restaurant. They'll prep their creme brulees and then bring them out and brulee. And so, because you can't just make a creme brulee on the fly, like it's a whole process. So I think for me, that's the one thing that there's never going to be enough of.
Right. Because people don't have the foresight to make it in advance. You can't be like, oh, someone's coming over today. I'll make some cookies. Like, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
But you can't
Like
be like,
people
I'm
who
going
have,
to make a creme brulee.
Yeah, or like people who have like rolls of cookie dough in their freezer so that when somebody shows up, they can like defrost it, put it in there or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not happening with the creme brulee. What about you? What's like,
Enough.
is there something where there's like just not going to be enough?
Last night I was watching, because I was done with this show. I was done watching The Beast in Me. So I was like, I got to catch up on like my reality TV. And for the first time in my life, I was like, you know what? That's enough. And I turned it off mid-episode. I was like, I think I'm going to read a book. Never. I've never ever. Usually I'm like, I'll watch all this because it's just background. It's like trash TV. I love it. But I was like, that's enough. That's
What
enough.
were you watching?
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Okay.
It's a great show, and I'm going to go back and finish the episode. It's not like, let me be clear. It's not like that's enough. I'm never going to watch trashy reality TV ever again, or I'm not going to finish the season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It was more like, that's enough for now. That's enough
fair.
for now.
That's fair.
I'll take a break from it. I'll go back right after we finish recording and finish it.
Okay. I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
I know, it's so good though. You know why I love reality TV? The editing. Because the editors the producers and the editors are the storytellers on reality TV. But the editing is so good. Because they have to like go through so much footage, but someone will say, that's just like beyond artistic editing. Like you have to be a fantastic editor to do reality TV.
Beyond artistic. Interesting.
Beyond.
Well, maybe we'll cover some reality. The only one I really watch is Selling Sunset.
Yeah, but that's not like reality. That's not what I'm talking about. Well, it's not what I'm talking about.
What do you mean it's not reality?
I mean, that's not the same. I'm talking about like someone's walking and then they trip into a bush and they fall into a bush. And then that makes the edit. And then that becomes a meme. And then that becomes something that Countess Luann de Lesseps talks about all the time. Like something that like is culture, Of course, I'm talking about Real Housewives of New York when they're on vacation and she was drunk with Ramona and then she's walking and she falls into a bush and it's just iconic television. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about beyond art. Like I said, like beyond art becomes art imitating life, becomes life imitating art. Like it's like how we always talk about history and culture and context and that's just the beauty of it.
And that's what separates all of the other shows from Selling Sunset, because that all is real.
Selling Sunset isn't, it's too produced for me. It's more like The Hills or Laguna Beach, like that era of reality TV. And I like more like handheld camera in a restaurant and people being like, stop talking about the husbands. That's what I want.
Okay.
Anyways.
My best friend Lauren told me last night that I was a lot like Kim Kardashian.
I agree. I agree. I've told you that before too. She falls asleep with she likes her blow dryer, falls asleep with her hair dryer on her. She's a
Oh, I didn't know
Scorpio.
that.
She's a business lady. She can't help but start businesses. Genius
Yeah,
market.
Lauren was like, don't take this the wrong way, but you remind me so much of Kim Kardashian,
I know. I know.
which is so wild.
I've said that before too. I've said
Maybe I
that
didn't
many
want to
times.
hear it. Maybe I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, Lauren and I know you pretty good, which is I think also why I thought you'd like All's Fair.
It's Lauren, by the way.
Lauren.
Lauren. We can't fight on this one because it's somebody's name. It is Lauren.
Lauren.
Not Lauren.
It's Lauren.
Lauren would be Loren.
Yeah, we'll talk to someone from other place, and see how they pronounce their name.
Yeah, I think really just asking the person whose name it is the one where we would honor that. I'm not
Lauren.
doing this to win. Lauren.
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 Lauren. Lauren.
Lauren. Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren. Lauren.
Lauren. Well, Amanda, let's keep going.
This is somebody's name, Margaret.
Amanda, let's keep going on this show that we're talking about, The Beast in Me. Okay, Amanda?
Okay.
Let's go. What were your other thoughts, Amanda, on this show?
I was just trying to correct it because it's her name, and I wanted to make sure that we were saying it
Like
correctly.
Niall.
Like Niall. Because the name is the most important word in any language to somebody, is when you remember
Dale
their
Carnegie.
name and when you say it correctly. Yep.
Yep.
The Dale Carnegie principle.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it.
Where were we? Let's see. Let's talk about Nina, the second wife who worked for Madison. So
Brittany Snow, she's having a moment.
she is having a moment. She is back singing.
She's back.
Not
She's
singing.
in this. She's in The Hunting Wives. I mean, she's done a couple of films. Like, she is doing it. She is doing it. Because, she had a rough go with her husband,
No.
Tyler.
What?
Oh, yeah. From the Selling Sunset, the other Selling Sunset franchise.
Was she in it?
Yeah. No, but he was. And he's a surfer / realtor, which, we're all something else / realtor. Can confirm. And yeah, they broke up. They broke it off, got divorced, and yeah. So, but she's back and better than ever. He was a skeezer. Sorry if you're watching Tyler, but I think he was a skeezer.
Yeah, for sure. Skeezer geezer. Yeah, no, she's
Skeezer
having a
McGeezer,
good. She's
yeah.
having a good moment. She's very talented in this.
She is really good.
How did you feel at the end? So it comes out that Madison had some mental health issues, and that's why they blamed it on a suicide. Then
Yeah.
Aggie tries to convince Nina, the second wife played by Brittany Snow, that that's not true at all. That she did not do that. That she was murdered by Niall. And then
Yeah.
Brittany Snow, Nina Jarvis, is in the bedroom and she puts her phone down, and then she basically gets Niall to confess.
Yes.
And then he's like, I just don't want to have to lie to anyone anymore. And she goes, you don't have to lie to me anymore. And she goes and gives him this very sweet hug.
Yeah.
What did you
So
think in this
the-
moment?
There are two things in this show that surprised me. And the first one was, this was the second one. Because when she was doing something with her phone, I was like, oh, she has the police on.
I
That's
thought
what
so
I
too.
thought.
I thought so too.
So I thought they were there. And so I was getting nervous because she looked nervous when she was doing it. I was like, oh, she's got a wire or whatever, or she's putting it on speed, whatever she's doing, right? And so that they can hear her, and then they were going to come in, right? And get him right then. And I was getting incredibly nervous that they had not come in to save the day, because that's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, where the fuck are you guys?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was happening. And then when she did that, I was like, oh, she's just trying to win him over. And she did this of her own volition without any help from the FBI or the police or anything. She is going to take a chance, because he could have just killed her right then. You know, obviously we know he has a track record, but instead she was like, no, you can be yourself with me. Okay. So, and if you can't be yourself with your, partner, who can you be? And so he feels like, oh, now I have this person who's not in on it with me, but like I don't have to hide it because it's obviously a burden to bear that you have killed people.
Because he thinks she wanted her friend Madison dead, or her employer Madison. Like, he
Yes.
thinks that she's also a beast animal
Yes.
person.
He thinks that everybody like is at some point.
Yeah.
And so this surprised me that there weren't cops waiting there in the wings. That was the first surprise. And what were you going to ask me about this?
I guess just like, how did you feel about it? Because I thought this was a really powerful scene and also confusing. I
was.
also thought that there were going to be police storming, that she was like, he was going to attack her, and she was going to be like,
I thought she had a wire on because she was like, I need to get out of these clips. Like I thought, and then she went up and did this thing. So I was like, oh, they're totally there. So that was a surprise.
what was the other
Other
surprising
surprise.
thing?
Oh, that he had snuck into the house and put Teddy in there.
Yeah. And when did he do that?
I don't know when he did it because like she realized that he had put all the notes in there, like, and then
In her book.
I missed that. And there was one episode where I fell asleep the other night, not because it was boring. I was just really tired. And so I fell asleep and then I was like, oh, I got to wake up. And so I rewatched it. I'm like, where did I miss him doing that? Did you miss it?
No, I did. Yeah, because Teddy was in like some warehouse, and he had this live stream, which I didn't understand why he had the live stream. Why
Because he's
was
sick.
because he just wanted to
he's
watch
sick.
it from his computer at home sometimes, like just see him
I
like
think
Teddy tied up and beaten in this warehouse room, this soundproof room.
I guess. I don't know. But also I feel like he sort of knew that Aggie would. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe that's when he moved him, is when Aggie started getting all of the information, right? When he realized that. Because the kid was not at Aggie's house the entire time.
No.
Because they were up hanging up in the kid's room. She fell asleep in there after they got drunk.
Yeah. Which also, the sheets on her deceased son's bed are the same sheets that we have for the boys. They're from Target.
The ones I
Cute shark
the ones I
ones.
slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very cute sheets. I love the bedroom. The aesthetic of it was great until
Yeah,
it turned
it
into a
went with the
murder
house.
warehouse. Until he took all the furniture. I'm just trying to think, like, Aggie's in the city for like half a day. And in that half a day, Uncle Rick and Niall go and move a body from a warehouse that's probably like outside the city up to a second floor, move all the little boy furniture, get the camera
They have
streaming
to put
again.
a light kit up.
They have to
The
put a light
kit
kit.
alone.
Fluorescent
I mean,
lights.
I tried to set up a light kit in this podcast studio. I mean, that takes hours. Here's
It's
the thing, though.
unbelievable, honestly.
It's a little unbelievable, but then you think about like Extreme Home Makeover and like what they can do in a short amount of time.
But they have a
The problem
team.
is that you have a team. Like they always say, like the reason that they can pull those things off is like we just need bodies. Like you don't even have to be a talented body. We just need people who are like you don't have to be a designer. Like Extreme Home Makeover is not just a staff full of designers. Like it's a crew. Can you pick this box up? We've also used to say this when we like ran the festival. We're like, we just need bodies. You want to volunteer? Great. Can you pick up chairs?
Fold
And can
shirts, put them in a
fold shirts
bag.
and like point. Like we are not looking for, not that we didn't have brilliant, wonderful people doing it, but like it didn't take a lot. What's interesting is that they pulled this off with a tiny team. Okay. They did it very lean. It was a very lean little startup situation happening because they couldn't bring in bodies to help with the body.
It's true. Unless he did. I mean, Rick has other people because he paid that one guy to start a fight at the campaign rally,
Yeah.
But like
I think paying somebody to start a fight at a campaign rally is
a little different than paying to
a little
move a
than
body.
paying to help. Yeah. I mean, because then you're complicit, like then you are an accomplice,
Ugh.
right?
Yeah. I think that honestly, of all of the things in this show, this might be the most unbelievable thing.
This was the most unbelievable and like gruesome and awful and
Shock value and
yeah,
horrendous.
and her running through the woods and like putting that SIM card in and out, and like also the thing that
Because
honestly
she's
that
trying not to get tracked. Is that why she was taking the SIM card out of her phone?
I don't know if she's trying not to get tracked. I think she's trying to get like because she was out in the middle, right? So she's like, okay, I need to do this really quick and call like. So, because otherwise she was just on roaming out there. The thing that resonated the most with me in this show, hold on, okay, there's nothing really, is the needing a charger more than anything and not having a charger. And being like, so like my charger, by the way, is still at your house, my favorite charger. And it's okay. I'll get it when I come up next time. But like the night that I realized that, because I had left the other one somewhere, like, oh, I left it at SMU. And so then I was down to one charger, and then Kyle took it when we dropped him off, and then it was time to go to bed that night, and I didn't have a charger, and I didn't want to go like to Walmart really late. So I drove to my parents' house, who were not even there, let myself in, and found a charger of my dad's and the thing. Like that feeling that when she was like, "Where is a charger?" is we've all been there.
Yeah.
That is literally that's all of us.
It's
Just
the worst
like,
feeling.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Especially when you're trying to contact an FBI agent who might help you because you've been framed for a brutal murder of the person who hit your car and then caused your son's or death, right? Like this is like
Exactly.
very panicky. And you know what's
It's
wrong
so
with my phone
panicky.
is I can't charge with it's like this part, the bottom of it where you put the charger doesn't work anymore. So I can
The female
only
side, the
charge.
female side's broken.
Yeah. It's because of my huge cojones. So there's no more female side of my phone.
Your huge cojones
My
has
huge- yeah.
broken your.
Yeah, my
The
phone
phone,
also
the
has
female.
cajones.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a good one.
thank you. So I have to use just the magnet chargers, like where you just do like put it on the back. So I only have two. I
And
have
just
one in
do
my
it works.
house and I have one in my car, and that's
Uh-huh.
it. And luckily I don't go anywhere. So
There
I'm
you go.
fine. I'm just like, well, I'm either home or in my car. I'll be okay.
There you go. There you go.
It is such a horrible feeling though. Mm.
It's the worst feeling when she was in. I was like, oh God, Aggie, I hope you get a charger. I hope you find one.
Find
And
one.
also just like randomly like plugging that phone in at this like nursery, like where
Yeah,
she
she like, breaks
you
into
know.
a nursery.
Also,
Plants.
okay, Depot. She puts herself to sleep. She covers herself up with a little tarp to take a little nappy poo. Here's my Depot for you. In a situation like that, would you be able to wake up without an alarm?
Yeah, she wakes up because people are coming to like move the plants.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'd be. She looks so tired.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'd just be like, when you're just like, I can't,
I can't
I
even
need
get
20
up.
alarms. Do you get up pretty easily? I mean, you have kids now, so you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
hmm
You know what I do whenever I am not going to get my normal hours of sleep and I need to get up?
What do you do?
Sleep with all the lights on.
Oh.
It's awful for you. It's awful.
Yeah.
But I do that. Not all of them, but like at least a lamp or two.
hmm
And that way when I wake up,
The lights on. You know what I
Mhm.
got that I really like, and you might like this too? Not sponsored for this, by the way. No affiliate link. I have an alarm that is like a natural light alarm. So
Mhm.
about 30 minutes before the sound, and then it's chirping birds are the sound. So
Okay.
like 30 minutes before it starts to rise like the sun, and it really does wake me up really gently. So
Okay.
it's very good. I would recommend it.
Okay.
It's
I
a
think I have one
gentle.
of those and I
It's a
can't find it.
oh no.
I think I bought one and I don't know where it is. Like this sounds like something I bought.
Yeah, because you have like the grounding sheets. You have a lot of those like natural things. I would think that this
Yeah.
wake up with the sun, sleep with the
Yeah, I gotta
moon.
find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should try it. Try it out.
Which I really like. I'm very big on like, I want it to be cold and dark and wear an eye mask and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
whenever I'm going to bed, and you know what, it's when I'm traveling to speak somewhere and I'm worried about missing
Yeah.
my keynote at
Mhm.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
or like going to check in with the tech people at 7:30 because
Yeah.
like I need to get up several hours before that.
Mhm. Yeah. If I have something big, I'm never worried about missing my alarm. Never. Because I'm such like a anxious person that I set my alarm and then I check it and then I go to bed and I usually wake up like 30 minutes before my alarm. Because if it's like something big, I'm like, oh, like Christmas Day. Ever since I was like 8 years old, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning on Christmas Day. Can't help
Oh,
it.
interesting.
I wake up,
Yeah.
go downstairs. When I was like 8, I'd just go downstairs and pet my dog and just like sit and watch A Christmas Story by myself because I was like, I'm awake. I'll just wait for everyone to
Oh,
wake
wow.
up. Yeah. Can't help it.
I can't wait till your kids are at the point where they're sleeping in and they're like teenagers on a weekend to see how late y'all sleep in.
I don't know if that'll ever happen. I can't even see
It-
that. I can't even see
I know you
that.
can't see it, but their bodies will, like, it will happen for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone slept
don't know.
until
What if
almost
you-
7 today. So it was a
That's great.
real sleep in day.
It's a nice sleep in day.
Yeah. 7 a.m. Come on now.
What time do they go to bed?
Between 7 and like around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's 11 hours.
Come on now. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come
on
now.
All right. What else we want to talk about?
All right, one other deposition for you. Aggie is a writer. She's trying to write this book about RBG. It's not coming to her. She's been working on it. She's already got her advance. Carol is her editor, who's like very excited about this book. They outbid a whole bunch of people to get the rights to this book, right? And then Aggie calls and she goes, I don't actually have anything. Okay?
Yeah.
How would you handle that as the editor? How do you feel like Carol handled that? How would you handle that? Because you've been a boss person of creatives, you know? And creatives, they got to hit that inspiration. They got to get it. They got to get it. But you are running a business and you need this thing up and polished and ready to go.
It's a great question. Because asking for the advance back doesn't do anything. The advance is like,
It's done.
it's done. It's small potatoes. Also, she may not be able to give it back. So like that doesn't fix it. It's not like, hey, give me my money back.
Right.
I think I'd probably, in this particular situation, not any situation, I would have driven out to Aggie's house
To talk to her.
and talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get to the bottom of it and like let's get some inspiration going. Which also could have put like a real crimp in things because the editor, is only really brought into the drama at the very end. And so I'm also pretty high touch with people, so that's what I would have.
Or she's the
I would have gotten
agent, I guess, not the editor, right? Sorry, I said.
It's the editor. It's the editor.
Oh, I thought she was the
Because
agent.
at the very end, she also introduces her to her ex-wife's new girlfriend
yeah.
and says, "This is my editor." Yeah. So, yeah. I'd get in the car.
Yeah.
I'd go out there.
And then when she pitches like no more RBG, instead I'm gonna do Niall Jarvis. What do you say there? You're like, yeah, let's do it. Or you're like, no, I really want the RPG story. She's my hero.
No,
She's an
I
icon.
would say, you know what I would do? I'd say, I'll see your Niall Jarvis, and then afterwards,
Give me RBG.
RBG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'll let you do this first. But here's the thing. You've got to turn it around, and I need it in 9 months. Or
Yeah,
we go to market. We go to market in 6 months. I will give you this, but I need this turned around faster than anything, and you can do this, and then we'll go back.
Yeah.
So would be the compromise, and it would need to be quick.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
we gotta get it out.
That's good management. It's like, okay, fine,
Right.
do your little project on Niall Jarvis, this crazy guy who lives next door. Fine, but you need to turn it around. Get to work, light the fire, baby, and no advance for you on it.
And
Just get it
no
done.
advance, and I would also say, okay, I need 50 pages in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then
If-
check
but
in
here's
more.
the thing.
Check in like a tighter leash on her. Like, okay, give me your first.
Oh,
50,
for sure. I'd be
give me
checking
your
every
first
day.
100.
I'd
give
be
me your
like,
first.
send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot. Like, I'd be so on top of it. The other thing is that she probably needs this because she is so uninspired that I do think that she could do the whole thing in 6 months and be like, give me the first 50 pages in 2 weeks. Because if you're that worked up about it and you're in, like, you and I have both written, and it's like all of a sudden you're sitting around, you're like, I have nothing. I cannot do it. And then you have something and you're like, and you cannot
Stop.
peel your fingers off of the keyboard.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I agree.
blisters. The way you get when you're in the pool too long, you get the
Little
writing
raisin
blisters.
fingers.
Little raisin fingers from raising the roof, raising the quality of your,
Mm-hmm.
of your writing.
Raising the bar.
Raising the bar.
Raising the bar.
Yeah. So that's what I do.
I think that was handled well. I agree. I'd do the same.
Thanks. This was heavy, and I know we didn't have as many of the comedy bits in this one because that's how you say comedy down here in the South. Comedy bits.
I agree. That's like universal though. That's how you say it everywhere. Comedy bits.
Comedy bits.
Comedy bits.
I'll tell you though, I read something. I checked the Googs, and this is a limited series. There is a potential it could be an anthology, and that they would do a season 2 with new characters.
Oh. Another, and it would
So
be
it's
called The
like
Beast in Me, but it's a new beast, a
kind of
new
like True
me.
Detective. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
like True Detective.
Interesting.
So my question is, my depo for you is, there's a season 2 of this. It's all new characters. Who are you casting as the 2 main characters?
Well, I'm honestly surprised Nicole Kidman wasn't in this because she's in all of these sort of thriller limited
Yeah.
series things.
She's going through a divorce though.
Maybe she would like it. Maybe it could be cathartic. It could be,
Could be. Okay.
life imitating art,
So you
imitating life.
would you cast her?
Yeah, I think she's great. I love all the limited series that she's in. I'm always like,
Okay.
there she is, doing a good job.
Okay.
You know who
Okay.
else is in a
Nicole
lot of
Kidman?
them? Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Although it might be fun to have someone different. I'm trying to think. Probably Kim Kardashian
Wow.
from All's Fair.
You do Kim Kardashian for something like this?
Mhm. Sarah Paulson. Just get the cast
Okay.
of All's Fair and put them in this situation. I don't know. It could be a crossover. Hulu to Netflix. Who knows? How about you?
You know, maybe because I'm just so hot on Kerry Russell right now.
Mm.
It would be interesting to see Kerry Russell. I kind of like to see, maybe we could see Gina Torres, Jessica
Oh,
Pearson.
interesting.
Wouldn't she be kind of interesting?
She would be interesting. This would be
Ooh,
a
you know,
different
actually,
role
would-
for her.
Do you know who it actually would be really good?
Patrick J.
Jennifer
Adams.
Gardner.
Oh,
Oh. What if Jennifer Gardner and Patrick J. Adams were in it?
that's perfect. Patrick J. Adams
I would
1000% should play like the
An-
thriller
an Isle.
person. Oh my god. Yes. Wait.
It would be
yes,
fantastic.
he needs to.
And
he
Jennifer
needs
Gardner.
this.
And Jennifer Gardner
Mhm.
playing like another Aggie. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, that would be really, really,
That'd be
really
great.
good. And then you know who could play who played Jonathan Banks, like the dad?
Who?
Daniel Hardman.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. Jennifer Gardner and Patrick J. Adams, I think, is our pitch.
Yeah. Patrick J. Adams, just even from him in obviously Suits,
Wayward.
but then seeing him in Wayward play like a good guy, bad guy. It's just like he
Mhm.
has the perfect
Yeah.
acting chops
Yeah.
for it. You know, the perfect
Yeah.
like disposition.
Yeah. Well,
Is
and
he a
Jennifer
good guy or is
Gardner's
he a
got
bad guy? I don't know.
the series, The Last Thing He Told Me. I don't know if you watched that. Season 1. Season 2 is coming out pretty soon. The book is really good. And so I thought they were like, oh, is this going to be a movie? And they've made it into like multiple seasons. It's always interesting to see how you like take a book and can like make it a short film or a film or 4 seasons. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Very
of a
cool.
psychological thriller, I guess. So I don't know. I
I
guess
love
that's our
it.
pitch, right?
Yeah. We pitched it. Let us know what you think,
pitched it.
Netflix. Should we sign off?
Okay. Yeah, we should sign off. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
And if you don't know what to say in that review, you should say, this podcast is a beast in my ears.
I love it. Oh, wait, don't go anywhere because we do have a new review.
Oh my gosh, wait. On Apple?
Mm-hmm.
We have a new review?
Yeah, we have a new review. Do you want to read
should-
it? I've already read it.
Yeah, wait. Okay, Only Show Fans. Did they use one of our... Okay. Oh, wait, no, that's not... Only Show Fans. Okay. Only Show Fans. Episodes. Reviews. Best show ever. Big 7823. Amanda and Maggie are phenomenal. Please bring back Dr. Witt.
This came out right after we talked about Dr. Witt in the episode when we were talking about dating in Nobody Wants This.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about Dr. Witt and about how Dr. Witt would not approve. And then somebody has come in and said, we should bring Dr. Witt. I think there's a couple people we could probably bring on as guests every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
But so this person apparently wants to hear more from Dr. Witt. So
As we all should. She's the psychologist of the show. Psychiatrist?
she is the psychologist.
Psychologist. Yeah. It's good to every podcast should have a psychologist, and she's ours.
Yeah, because we're lawyers by de facto.
Yeah, and she's actually did go to school and is a doctor, and
She is truly a doctor.
we were educated by procedural law drama.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have another review. You can add to that. Tell us who you want us to bring back, who you want us to bring forward, or anything at all. We would love it. The reviews help
let
us a
us
ton.
know.
So we really appreciate you. What is it? Bigsy or whatever?
Yeah, Biggs. Yeah, Biggs and then some numbers. Let's see. The numbers are
Bigs and some numbers.
Biggs 7823. Good numbers.
Okay.
Good numbers
Those
there.
are good.
Those are some good numbers.
Yeah, the year that Grease, the movie, came out. And
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You think that's Michael Jordan and he loves Grease and he also loves Dr. Witt?
Definitely this was a review for Michael Jordan. Biggs? Who else do we know that's Biggs?
Sounds like a slam dunk, you know what I'm saying? Okay, shut it down.
All right. Bye.